I'm Peter Block, and this is a special report from ESC 2009. Joining me is Dr. Patrick Suroys from Erasmus University in the Netherlands. Patrick, the syntax trial last year was a blockbuster. Give me at the front end sort of a quick review of what syntax showed last year, and then let's go on to the 2-year data which now have come out. So quickly, a review of last year. What did we find?
As you remember, the key finding of this trial is that in terms of MACE, we did not achieve non-inferiority. That's a point. We missed the target by 1.3%, but the difference in MACE at 1 year was 5.5%, and the margin of inferiority was 6.8, so we missed that point.
Okay, let's move on to the 2-year data.
If we reviewed things like death, MI, stroke, and revascularization, in the randomized arm, in terms of death at 1 year, we had 3.5% for surgery, 4.4% for PCI, and we are now with 4.9 bypass surgery death rate and 6.2 for the PCI. It's not significant, but it has somewhat diverged a little bit more than initially.
Well, how about stroke and myocardial infarction, Patrick?
In terms of stroke, we didn't see additional difference in stroke during the 2nd year. So we still have a difference which is 2.8 for surgery and 1.4 for PCI. What is a little bit worrying is that during the 2nd year, we see somewhat more myocardial infarction in the PCI group. Basically, in the 2nd year, is only 0.1%. In surgery, it's 1.2% in the PCI. So a difference at 1 year, which was not significant, is now significant, 5.9% for PCI and 3.3% for the surgeries. And finally, still today, if we do the so-called safety issue, there's a composite of death, stroke, and MI. There is no difference, or at least the difference is not significant, 9.6% for surgery, 10.8% for PCI. And the final MACE difference, so including the repeat revascularization, 16.3% MACE for surgery and 23.3% for PCI. So we had a difference of 5%, and it's now a difference of 7%.
So, Patrick, let's give a quick summary here. We now have 2-year data compared to the first year. The major changes have to do with myocardial infarction more than anything else, and of course that increases the MACE rate. Is this a definition issue?
I don't think it's a definition, because we'll remember we have a very peculiar definition for myocardial infarction also. 0.1%, 1.2%, it is a difference. Quantitatively, it's not concerning a lot of patients, but it's a very significant difference.
Okay, Patrick, thank you very much for that review of syntax. We're now at 2 years, and we'll follow those out for 5 years. Look forward to seeing those data as they continue to accrue over the next few years. Thank you, Patrick.